Title: The Unsettling Silence. In the quiet town of Willowbrook, nestled amidst towering pines and whispering winds, there was an old, dilapidated house at the edge of the woods. It was said to be haunted, though few dared to venture near it, especially after dusk. One chilly October evening, Sarah, a young woman with a penchant for the macabre, decided to explore the abandoned house. She had heard rumors of strange noises emanating from within, whispers in the dark and eerie shadows dancing in the moonlight. Sarah's loyal companion, a black Labrador named Max, wagged his tail excitedly as they approached the creaking gate. The house loomed ominously before them, its windows boarded up and its paint peeling like the skin of a corpse. Undeterred by the foreboding atmosphere, Sarah pushed open the front door, the hinges protesting loudly against the intrusion. Max bounded ahead, his keen senses guiding him through the murky darkness of the foyer. As they ventured deeper into the house, Sarah's heart quickened with anticipation. Each step echoed through the empty halls, amplifying the sense of dread that hung heavy in the air. Suddenly, Max froze in his tracks, his hackles raised and a low growl rumbling in his throat. Sarah strained her ears, listening intently for any sign of danger, but all she heard was silence, a suffocating, oppressive silence that seemed to swallow her whole. She called out to Max, but he remained rooted to the spot, his eyes fixed on something unseen. Trembling with fear, Sarah reached out to touch her faithful companion, but as her hand made contact with his fur, she recoiled in horror. Max's once warm and vibrant eyes were now empty sockets, devoid of life or light. A chill ran down Sarah's spine as she realized the truth. The dog at her side was not Max, but a sinister entity masquerading in his form. With a blood-curdling howl, the creature lunged at Sarah, its jaws snapping shut just inches from her face. Terrified beyond reason, she stumbled backward and fled from the accursed house, the echoes of her own screams ringing in her ears. Days turned into weeks, and Sarah tried to convince herself that it was just a nightmare, a figment of her overactive imagination. But every time she closed her eyes, she could still feel the weight of those empty sockets boring into her soul. And so, the legend of the haunted house in Willowbrook grew, whispered in hushed tones by those who dared to speak its name. For in the darkness that lurked within its walls, an ancient evil lay in wait, wearing the skin of man's best friend to lure unsuspecting victims into its grasp.